Today I thought I would film what is the fundamentals behind nutrition. Now, as everyone knows, I've been studying and that's where I've been, and I've been very active on the Insta but kind of neglecting the YouTube. But I wanted to film 3 little videos, and these will be in sequence to each other, on the basics of nutrition. Now, I feel like a lot of people, like I was really unaware of the basics and I really wanted to educate others. So I already did a few nutrition trials on my channel, but I didn't know how well they went, so I wanted to really break it down and explain what is a protein, what is a fat, and what is a carb. Now, a protein is obviously you can get from any protein source. Now, this may be plant, this may be animal. These help rebuild your muscles, so through protein synthesis. And if you are continually or regularly exercising, this doesn't necessarily need to be resistance training like weight training. This could potentially be cardiovascular. Anything that involves moving your body breaks down muscle in your body. So therefore, this basically means that you need to replenish these muscles. So you need to eat an adequate amount of protein. Now, with all my research, the general theme of it is 1 gram of protein to 1 kilogram of body weight. Obviously, the recommended UK allowance is 0.75 grams per kilogram of body weight. And if you are weight training, let's say 5-6 times a week, this can up to 1.4, 1.5. It all depends on what you need. Moving aside from that, we are moving into your 2 main energy sources, which is carbohydrates and fats. Now, protein and carb both have 4 calories per 1 gram of either carbohydrate or protein. Now, carbohydrates can be broken down into simple carbohydrates, complex carbohydrates, or fiber. God, I had to think about that one. Now, you see a lot of people say to you, oh, carbs are bad, carbs are bad. That's a common myth. Carbs actually run your body, and for ages I thought carbs would make me fat, but really, carbs break down into glycogen, and glycogen is broken down into, basically it's like storing energy into your body. So it is really important that you are eating a sufficient amount of carbs if you do want sustained energy throughout the day. You aren't necessarily just having the energy expenditure for your workout, but also for your daily exercise. There is something called a basic metabolic rate, which is basically if your body is just like stationary and things like that and just like there, then this is what your body requires for you to eat to function. Now, when you start exercising, the more you exercise, the more your calorie expenditure goes up. So the more calories you require to, function properly. And this isn't just function, okay, I'm thinking, but all your organs to function and everything like that. Now, these can come from fiber. Is the only type of carbohydrate that does not get broken down into your body. These can be split into soluble and insoluble fibers. And then simple and complex. Complex is example of like oats, so they keep you fuller for longer. And simple is like, it's quite easy for your body to digest them. All of it stores as glycogen in your body, okay? So they are both energy sources. Now, in relation to that, you have fat sources. Now, these are examples of like fats are walnuts, avocado, don't know what I was about to say, almonds. Fats have 9 calories per gram. Now, that is why fats got a lot of negative media in the news, because they were like, oh, go keto, go this, go that. Yes, keto is great for some body types. Now, everyone has a different body type. You're either an endomorph, mesomorph, or ectomorph, depending on your structure, and that is genetically built up. So you can't then decide, okay, cool, I want to run on this, one on that. Keto was actually crazed about because it puts your body into a state of ketosis, which is how do I simplify this? It's your body going into burning fat. Now, when you exercise, so for example, if I went for an hour's walk and it was just steady state, you can't choose if your body's going to burn the glycogen and the carbohydrates or the fats, which is part of your fat, or a mixture of both. Now, fats are essential for hormone regulation, cell functioning, loads of different things in your body. So it's very important. Women do need a higher amount of fats than men do, but it is extremely important that you have a mix of both. A good healthy plate for me as a aspiring bodybuilder is a mixture of proteins, fats and carbs, and my carbs concentrated around my workouts. So if anyone knows me, I used to train fasted and now that is a no-go for me. When I weight train now, I have to have at least my banana and protein powder, so I have my carbs and my proteins together. There was science suggesting that when you do digest proteins and carbs together, you are to get a better satiation levels. So when you eat, you want to feel full. Now, empty calories are in the news as well. Now, this is basically where you eat foods and they don't satiate your hunger. I've done it, I still do it. Cereal, for example, does not fill me up. I need my big bowl of oatmeals. When I tell people how many calories I'm on and the fact that I eat 80 grams of oats in the morning, they're like, where does it go? And I'm like, I've just built my metabolism. I think there's so much negative connotation with, oh, if you eat too much, you're gonna gain weight and this and that. Depending on your exercise, your lifestyle, your habits, how long you've been training for, this isn't necessarily true. And I feel like a lot of people are uneducated to the fact that nutrition plays such a fundamental part of anyone's healthy living regime. That's why I'm so passionate about studying nutrition. That's why I did a level 4 in athletic performance and weight management, because I'm not naturally like this. I've had to build this over 5 to 6 years. You know, I've had to condition my muscles. I have to eat on a meal plan. I have to exercise regularly. I have to make smart choices when I go out to eat. It isn't necessarily the easiest, but I just wanted to go into the basics of what a protein, a fat and a carb were, because that is what you see when you put into MyFitnessPal. You're thinking, oh my god, that's got 50 grams of carbs, that's gonna make me fat. No, your body needs that to function and your body needs that to have energy. Everyone is entitled to have their own dietary needs and own dietary preferences. There's things like polo vegetarianism, which is only eating poultry meat, kangaroo vegetarianism, which is only eating kangaroo meat. It's all mad, like diet and nutrition and how much of an important factor it makes into your regime. Now, everyone is different. There isn't one meal plan or one type of diet that is going to fit everyone. For example, I've tried keto. It was awful. Oh my god. It was great, yeah. But my energy, I had to sleep like 3-4 times in the day. My body did not like running off fat. It likes carbs. It likes to be active. It likes to regularly eat. I like to eat 5 meals a day. Not everyone has the time for that, but I definitely do. And I think that's a big thing about nutrition, is finding what works for you. I haven't got to a point in my life yet where I could intuitively eat. I'm hoping at one stage in my life I can. But right now, I look at people, YouTubers, and I look at people, I think, oh my god, I can't wait to get to that stage. Making sure that you don't overeat or undereat is as extremely as important as like both. I used to massively undereat, which massively hindered my performance, and I never knew until I started studying how much overtraining and overeating and undereating can play both parts. If you don't eat enough for your body's going to go into survival mode. Now, in survival mode, your body basically, we are predisposed to the way our ancestors were built, and this is where your body is literally naturally holding on to fat, and it will eat away at muscle because your body is made genetically to do that because of the way that our ancestors were, and they literally had to wait until the next meal. Breakfast, lunch and dinner for me, and this I've put into the basics of nutrition. A lot of people feel like they need to eat 3 meals a day. Now let me explain the fundamentals of science behind this. Breakfast, lunch and dinner was created around the 9 to 5 work schedule which most Western cultures consume. You don't necessarily need 3 meals a day. I would only advise that if you were like a doctor. Obviously this is relative to your lifestyle needs. I would actually recommend for the average person 4 meals a day minimum. This minimalizes snacks, gives you better satiation and just works better in the long run. This doesn't necessarily work for everyone, but in an ideal situation, that's particularly what I would suggest. Making sure that you don't take a weight loss program literally that is just made for any Tom, Dick and Harry. That ain't gonna work. You have to make sure you have a tailor-made program for yourself, because your body, yes, it works generally like everyone else's body, but your body doesn't work the same as someone else. You have to remember that everyone's body is different and everyone's needs are different. Someone could exercise once a week, someone could exercise 7 times a week. You don't know. You have to make sure that your energy expenditure, your total daily energy expenditure, which you may actually see as TDEE, is equivalent to the amount you're nourishing your body, making sure that you're replenishing not just your protein stores, but your carbohydrate stores, therefore your energy stores. Making sure that you are understanding what goes onto your plate, and eating whole foods is the best. I rave about it all the time because I've been like this for 4 years now. or 3 or 4 years, eating whole foods and nothing out of a packet apart from oats, it is the best feeling. To see what goes into my body, if you're gonna spend so much on, you know, your face or the way you look on the outside, then nourish your body on the inside. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not working. It's working twice as hard as your skin or something like that. The skin is probably the worst example because it's the largest organ on the body. But anyway, I wanted to make this introduction to nutrition. I'm gonna film 2 other videos after this, which are all gonna be about topics which I've chosen to talk about. If you've got any questions about the basics of nutrition, I hope this broke down proteins, fats, and carbs for you and made you understand that eating a well-balanced diet is just the best way, and making sure that you understand what works for your body is essential. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the video, as well as follow me on Instagram because I have something very exciting going on. So I can't wait to share it with you guys. This is the nutrition content and this is the nutrition segment, and then we're going to move into the fitness on the Instagram. So thank you.